Good morning everyone. I am Mandara, first year MBA, Maharani Sumans Commerce and Management College, Mysuru. I am going to present now materials requirement planning. Industry is getting modern phase day by day. The management function is adopting new techniques to improve overall productivity. Materials management is also accepting and implementing such modern techniques. Examples MRP and ERP. Introduction of MRP. MRP is a simple system of calculating arithmetically the requirements of the input materials at different points of time based on the actual production plan. MRP can also be defined as a planning and scheduling system to meet time-phased materials requirements for production operation. MRP always tries to meet the delivery schedule of end products as specified in the master production schedule. Let me now explain what is MRP. MRP is a computer-based production planning and inventory control systems. It is a material control system that attempts to keep adequate inventory levels. It is to assure that required materials are available when needed. The logic of MRP is based on the principle of dependent demand, that is, the direct relationship between the demand of one item and demand of its main assembles. Example, wheel and bicycle. Objectives of MRP determines the quantity and timing of materials requirements, determines what to order, how much to order, when to place the order, and when to scheduling delivery. Next one is maintain priorities. In a changing environment, MRP recognize priorities to keep plans current and viable. Benefits of material requirements planning. Material requirements planning improved customer services, improved productivity, and reduced purchasing cost, reduced inventory levels, reduced manufacturing cost, and higher quality products, and increased efficiency. Functions of MRP. MRP is a part of ERP that deals specifically with the control and management of manufacturing inventories and the products produced by those inventories. The functions of MRP is forecasting, reducing waste, floor control, and scheduling. First one is forecasting. One of the primary function of MRP. This requires manufacturing activities such as inventory levels, production schedule, customer demand. Then forecast the level at which inventory should be purchased and manufactured. Reducing waste. Reducing the amount of unused materials or products. The system combines data from current production levels and customer demands to determine the optimum level of materials and finished products. Next one is floor control and scheduling. The same data used by MRP to forecast materials and reduce waste can also be used to manage and maintain shop floor control and manufacturing scheduling. If adjustment need to be made, the MRP system can automatically make those changes. Limitations of MRP. MRP need to have an expensive computer system, need to accurate and up-to-date inputs. The reporting requirements are excessive resistance from inside company. Next I will explain inputs and outputs of MRP. MRP has three inputs: bills of materials, master production schedule, inventory record. Bills of materials represents the product structure. It encompasses information about all subcomponents needed, their quantity and their sequence of build-up in the end product. Information about the work centers performing build-up operations is also included in it. Master production schedule is designed to meet the market demand in the future in the taken planning horizon. Master product schedule mainly depicts the detailed delivery schedule of the end products. However, order for replacement components can also be included in it to make it more comprehensive. Next input is inventory status. Inventory status gives an up-to-date record of each item in the inventory information such as item identification, number, quantity on hand, safety stock level, quantity already allocated and the procurement lead time of each item is recorded in this file. Outputs of MRP. MRP generated three outputs: planned order receipts, planned order release, order rescheduling. First one is planned order receipts. This is the order quantity of a item that is planned to be ordered so that it is received at the beginning of the period. Under consideration to meet the net requirements of that period, this order has not yet been placed and will be placed in the future. The next output is planned order release. This is the order quantity of an item that is planned to be ordered in the planned item period. For this order, that will ensure that the item is received when needed. Planned order release is determined by offsetting the planned order receipts by the procurement lead time of that item. Planned order release includes inventory forecast, purchase commitment reports, stock out incidents, etc. The last output is order rescheduling. This highlights the need for any expediting, de-expediting and cancellation of open orders, etc. in case of unexpected situations. Thank you.